And good afternoon, everybody. Welcome back to another RSG Lunch Hour stream. I am Ranger J, 1999, your host and part of the RSG crew. Welcome to our lunch stream. If you're wondering what this is where we just hang out with you good folks for the next hour or so. Bring you something fun to listen to. We'll do a roster review. We'll answer your questions. If you do have questions, go ahead and put those in the chat. If you do have a question, make sure you put the term question in front of your statement. That way we can scoop it up faster. It is Friday, so it's time to play everybody's favorite game when it comes up to Guess That Ginger. So we'll get to that when we get done with our roster review. But let us introduce everybody that is here today like we always do. We've got, let's see here, we've got the soulless one himself, Mr. Gingivitis, Sailing Reds here.
Hey, good to be here. Just before we started, I got to 4 million GP and unlocked Treya.
Yeah, nobody cares.
Woohoo!
No, stop that. No, do not encourage him.
Yay! I gotta post a puppy for him.
Jesus Christ. Oh my God. Well, that happy-go-lucky voice is, we know who that is. That is the purple hair Wonder Woman of the world. Dana Descents here.
Yay! Good afternoon, everyone.
Good afternoon to you, Dana. How are you?
I'm alright. I was running around all morning. I got Red Dead Redemption 2 came out, and I'm so excited about that. And yeah, and I got coffee from Starbucks. The new night stuff. That stuff is like I think there might be some drugs in there or something because the stuff is amazing.
It's cocaine.
I think so. Yeah, it's amazing. I drink coffee regularly, and I'm normally like, yeah, whatever.
She's like, there's drugs in there. It's amazing.
It's awesome.
Yo, coffee.
Everything's
We've
so
identified
green.
It's called caffeine.
So who else we got here? We got Dana. We also got Mike here from across the pond.
Hello there.
Hola. We've got Grim the Mechanic.
Wasabi.
We've got Xylo Takedown.
Happy Friday.
Happy Friday to you. Now go away and bring me my apprentice.
He'll be up here soon.
I am sick of your voice. I want to speak to my apprentice. Once more, the Sith will rule the galaxy. Without Xylo, we don't need Xylo. No, get rid of him. Let's see who else we got in here. There's a lot of people here. Did Dr. Finn make it?
Ask and you shall receive.
Well, I didn't.
Porg!
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 Finn, you just take over. I'm not even participating in this today. I'm not talking. Y'all go ahead. Go ahead, Dr. Finn. Go ahead. I'm not doing. I'll just be here in the background doing stuff. Go ahead.
Porg, Dana?
Porg.
Porg.
Porg. I did a survey for my guild that I just posted it this morning, and like left areas for comments, and someone commented Porg, and I have a feeling it was Danilo. But I saw it and it made me laugh.
Danilo, do you like pork?
Pork.
Porg!
All a bunch of goddamn communists in here.
This is blasphemy.
I'm serious. I'm silent.
Your young apprentice will like pork.
My apprentice would eat them raw. How dare you, Finn? Xylo, get my apprentice. It is time for him to molest Finn.
Finn, take your porg.
That is fine. The pork will be in good hands.
Give me that pirate bullshit, Finn.
He be a pork-loving pirate.
All right, it's all the poor numbskulls. Y'all go ahead. I'm just here. Whatever you need, go ahead.
Porg.
I'm serious, Finn. Take over. Go for it.
Porg.
The silence is scary.
Porg.
Okay.
Porg.
I'm quite.
Ranger, are you not dancing? I think you're dancing. I can't.
I was quiet because I was eating barbecue pork.
Okay. Well, everybody's participating in Porg in one way or another. But that being said, we are moving ahead with the roster review. And let me see. Did everyone get introduced? I don't know where Ranger left off. He went to me, got distracted by Porgs, ran away.
So you introduced Sanely, Mike, Dana, you, me, and who else we got left?
You got Grim the Mechanic, right?
Yep. We got him.
Okay.
And
We have Grim the Mechanic, and let's see, who else do we have on? We have Sir Loki, the lightsaber builder himself.
Did Ranger really leave?
No, no.
He's here.
He's kicking his feet up and relaxing. He's
Trying
the boss,
to figure
man.
out how he should be. Like, he's trying very hard to hide his pork addiction.
Alright.
So that he all likes pork. So
I don't think he's hiding it.
Oh, were y'all talking? I'm sorry, I'm drinking coffee and watching the news. Y'all go ahead and continue.
He's trying to do everything in his power to hide his love for pork. So he's drinking coffee, he's watching, he's like biting his tongue. So
No,
that's okay.
I'm perfectly content. Trust me, if I can go 3 days sitting in a tree not saying a word, trust me, not talking during this stream is going to be cake.
Dude, so it's Friday. We got Dana, we got Loki all on the same day. Woo!
and Ranger's gonna be quiet. Like this is like the greatest Friday ever.
No.
So we are going to go and start our roster.
There's some damn good coffee I made today. It's really good. So it's that mocha blend.
So we are doing the roster review for Danilo. And Danilo, how are you doing today?
Well, I'm fine. Thank you for asking.
Danilo, I'm sorry that I was going to help with your roster review, but you had to open your fat mouth and say pork, so you're on your own.
Pork.
All right. So we are going to be looking at Danilo. Can you at least bring up Danilo's roster, Ranger?
Damn good coffee.
See, that's just mean to Danilo.
That's Folgers.
That is mean to our fans that are asking for roster reviews.
That's
all.
true.
Yeah, nice try. Guilt does not work on me. I am a dark side user.
It's true. We do this for the fans in the community, and here you are. We have somebody that asked to have a roster review and everything, and you just leaving them out.
And Finn comes in here and starts yelling porgs.
All right. Yeah, so if anybody has a disagreement with my actions, just go to the hashtag I blame Finn.
There you go.
I'm gonna have to come up with a pork song to sing.
You won't sing it on here. I'll hit that mute button faster than anything. I'll start doing Randy Newman over that shit.
That's all I gotta say.
Maybe I can calm the voice. My best geared faction are Civ.
Well, that works in your that does work in your favor with Ranger.
Oh, I'm sorry, y'all mentioned me again. I'm watching
He was going to tell you that his best faction is the Sith.
So my Texans beat the snot out of your Dolphins yesterday. Drink some more coffee on that note.
Yeah, but my Bull Sox beat the crap out of your Astros, so it all works.
Yeah, it's not your team. Get the hell out of here.
Yeah,
Red Sox.
Red Sox have always been my team.
Bullshit.
I said from the
He's
beginning.
such a liar, Finn. I know who your teams are.
I have said from the beginning.
Okay.
Oh my God! I have said multiple times that the Red Sox.
We know Finn doesn't even watch baseball. He's a damn lying bastard.
How do you live in Florida in a Red Sox
right?
fan, Finn?
Get the hell out of here.
I grew up. I'm born in.
Yeah, so listen to this. So he was born in
a Red Sox fan.
I never liked Pirates at all, and so the closest team that I just kind of liked at that time was the Red Sox, particularly because of Clemens, because he was like my favorite pitcher at the time, and so I became a Red Sox fan when I was young. When I moved to Florida, I became kind of a Braves fan as well, because the Marlins actually weren't even in existence at the time that I moved down. The Braves, so I never got attached to the Marlins.
He was open up and
the Red Sox is my main team.
Name me a player from the night besides Roger Clemens, Finn. Name me a player from the 1986 pennant-winning Red Sox team.
I'm not a fan that knows those kind of details.
Right. Okay.
I am a
Go Rays.
Jim Baylor, Dwight Evans, Wade Boggs. None of those names mean to get the hell out of here.
I'm not even going to pretend. I am not a
Wade
historian.
Boggs is awesome.
I like the Steelers and the Dolphins, and I can't tell
Oil
you a lot
Can
of players.
Boyd can't even name a single. Okay.
I was in Boston in '85, and I actually went and watched a Red Sox game.
I've been to Fenway. It is an amazing ballpark. Boston's a great city. I love Boston. A lot of history there. It's
a lot of trees.
Oh yeah, I mean, I want to go sit on the monster and see the Rays play. That'd be awesome.
You got to do it. You got to visit the site. You got to go see old
I know
Irish
about
sites.
Buckner, and I'm not bringing up that name. No, we're not going into Buckner. We're not talking about him.
Oh, Bill Buckner.
Yeah, exactly. Oh. We'll just leave it at that. So we are doing the review for Danilo. Sorry, Grim, we were talking about...
I'm not apologizing, Grim, because these buttholes brought in porgs, so you didn't say a damn word. You didn't say a damn word, Grim. So if you didn't defend me. You didn't jump in. You didn't do anything. So if we talk about sports, you're going to have to suck it today, buddy. Left me hanging there on that goddamn island listening to this garbage. Insanely, you too. Mike, kiss my ass as well. Y'all just failed me.
Well, we know who's going to guess that ginger today. Okay, so we are now looking at Danilo's roster. And Danilo, what would you like us to review?
Well, I need a bit help with territory war.
Okay.
Especially with teams. Because I feel guilty if I don't set enough defense. And if I set enough defense, I'm worried I get not enough offense in.
Well, let me ask you this, D. On what is your guild kind of philosophy? Do you guys do a 4-1 where it's 4 teams on defense and 1 on ships, or do you guys? Is it kind of like all over the place?
Well, it was.
I got to know.
We had it set to do like 3 teams plus ships, and that was our minimum that we were asking. But now our zones, the requirements are higher, so it's a little bit harder for people to get those teams out. And I know Danilo has been working really hard since he joined, and he's made a ton of progress. But the zones a lot of times are just like a little bit out of his reach.
Well, I think one thing that you guys might consider is that some people have bigger rosters than others that can handle more teams on defense and still do well on offense. So that might be one thing to consider. I know MC does that a lot. And Z can back me up on that. Is they're always evaluating everybody's roster, and sometimes they'll ask us to put less on defense and go more on offense. And because sometimes we have people that can't do territory wars for whatever reason, right?
Yeah.
So they'll set they'll set a whole bunch more defense. So okay, that's one kind of factor. So let's kind of look at. We're just gonna filter through down the line and see what we got.
Why did you Zeta your Ewoks?
Shut up, Finn.
He Zeta'd Ewoks.
Why?
I need to know why.
3 of them.
Ewoks. I mean, listen. If you get to that,
Zeta Gear 9.
That's a very end game faction, yeah. So at least like you put some into it, and then it's something in the long run for territory wars.
They are very good off. Well, you just got to put some.
Ewoks, aka murder bears.
They can.
I mean, there's a reason why they're called murder bears, isn't there?
Danilo, why did you?
I see what he's saying about the gear though, because you don't ever want to Zeta a character unless they're like at least gear 10, gear 11, right? I see that point, but the Ewoks, they're a heavy end game investment too, as opposed to what you can invest your Zetas in right now.
Loki's like, congrats.
Loki knows the Ewoks are epic, man.
I didn't say Ewoks were bad, but he has gear 9 Ewoks with Zetas.
No, I'm talking to Stanley in the chat, man. Come on.
Ewoks too.
I Zeted my Ewoks too, so I don't
there you go.
Yeah.
Loki, tell him why the Ewoks are awesome, bro.
I don't know. There's videos of them taking down a Revan team, so they must be good.
No, Finn knows they're awesome. Yeah. It's just my undergeared.
Yes. So why do you put your Zetas early? I'm just curious as to the reasoning why you put the Zetas on those characters.
Well, the thing is, I like them. They are my best light side team. Because I always went dark side. I first started with Sith, then with Troopers, and then with Empire. And made the others only because I had to. That was way before I joined my current guild. And, well, now with being able to unlock a Jedi Training Rey, I had to get some gear towards her. So if I had free range, because I hadn't any of this kind of tunes, I would increase the gear on Murder Bears.
Okay. All right. So like he basically invested in him early on for another light side team, and then JTR obviously is a bigger investment for you, so you can always come back to the Ewoks. Just don't forget about your investment. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, at least you'll be prepared for the Golden God.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we talked about that a couple weeks ago on the Wednesday night show too, right? So.
Yeah.
I need only one click, and my wicket is gear 12.
Nice.
All right. So
Yeah,
we'll look at Ewoks. Let's go team by team. So Bounty Hunter team looks really solid. You can use these guys on defense. This is a defense territory team because you have the Zedon boss. So that's one of your defensive teams. They can be used on offense. They're really good, but they're much better on defense. Why? Because they regen health and protection because of a boss Zeta. So, and they're a pain in the ass. You have to use a really good team to take them out. They're not a gimme, and so that's one of your defensive teams for territory wars. Then if we go down to the next one, let's look at let's look at your Ewoks, since that's really the next team on the list I'm going to look at. Ewok Elders 11. Logray, Chirpa are 9. Wicket's 11. Tebow's 8. Palplo's 8. I mean, you've got the Zetas on this team, so really I wouldn't worry about taking Wicket to 12 yet. Let's worry about, if you're going to use Wickets, this is an offensive team, right? It can take down a lot of teams, but you're going to have to make the investment to gear 11 on these characters if you're going to make it work. So,
Loki, the team that you run is Chirpa, Wicket, Logray, Ewok Elder, and Paplu. That's your kind of core 5?
That's what I was going to say.
Yeah,
you don't need Tebow or Scout. Go with those 5. And just put the gear on them.
Oh no! You need Ewok Scout. I apologize.
Yeah, you do like Ewok Scout. Okay, I don't use the Ewok Scout, but that's just me. So
yeah, because if you max them all out, then he's the one that removes all the turn meter and his basic hits hard and special hits hard.
So which are your 5 then, Loki?
So it's Chirpa, Lead, Wicket, Scout, Logray, and then Paplu.
So you don't use Ewok Elder?
No, not at all.
Okay. So there's your team right there, homie. And you can use this team on offense, but let's look at the rest of your roster. So we've looked at Bounty Hunters, we're looking at Ewoks. Let's look at your First Order, another defensive team for territory wars. This is a great team for defense. Well, this team will not be being used on defense.
Nope.
If you have... I want you to start... Who are you farming in Cantina right now?
In Cantina, I'm farming Mission.
Okay. After missions, do you have T3 done?
Nope.
All right. So
T3 is next.
I understand why you're doing that. It's kind of messed up your farm.
Do you have BB-8 already?
BB-8, yes, of course.
Yeah, he's got that stuff done. So this is just for future reference. So First Order is another great territory war defensive team. Why? Because of what they do. They regen their health and protection on Kylo Ren and all that other stuff. But this is a team that you can look forward, future thinking for defense. Now you need the Zetas on Kylo Ren and First Order Stormtrooper. Executioner is another great character on the team. The team you could go with eventually. This is something just this thing further down the line is Kylo Ren with Kylo Ren Unmasked, First Order Officer, First Order Stormtrooper, and Executioner. And really all it is just, the counters and Executioner just going in there because Son chomping the snot out of stuff. He really hits super, super hard. And it's a tough team to beat. You can be beat with Zeta Finn, but if you get really good mods on this team, it's super hard. You need a good team to take this team out. And I've seen Kylo Ren teams do really well because they're a pain in the ass to take out if you don't have the right team. And if they get going, then look out. Before you know it, they're burning your characters out and you can't stop it because they're just constantly going. Kylo Ren himself is constantly giving the turn meter to the team. So is First Order Officer. First Order Stormtrooper is countering and doing all his stuff and buffing and adding health protection. First Order Officer is doing the same. So you could also go with Special Forces in that team, but this is something future down the line. So this team's not quite ready to be used in territory wars, but it's something you may want to think about for the future. Next one is, let's see here, the Imperial Trooper. I'm just going down a list in GG, so I'm just looking at your team overall. All right, so your troopers look okay. We've got to get Stark. So the way this Stark is your key here. You do have the Zeta and Varys, that's fine. Stark is the key. You got to get him to gear 11, and you got to get his speed above 235. He's what makes this team really rock and roll. Now, the standard team is Varys, Stark, Shore Trooper, Snow Trooper, and Death Trooper. But you want to use Death Trooper in other places. So a lot of people have been using either Range Trooper, I can't talk all of a sudden. Either using Range Trooper or putting Stormtrooper, basic Stormtrooper in there as well. Because you want to save your Magma and your Death Trooper for another team. But if you're not worried about that and you just want to use your standard Imperial Trooper team, that's the 5 you use. Bear, Stark, Snow Trooper, Snow Trooper, and Death Trooper. The reason you don't want to use Death Trooper, especially Death Trooper and Magma Trooper, you want those on your Thrawn team to take out Treyas. So you can substitute, putting in range and Stormtrooper in there. So you've got your 5 there. You've got 2 tanks, but it's really about Veers and Stark. Stark gets going and he is buffing, and once Snow Trooper is when you want to invest in. Get him to gear 11 because that's when he really starts hitting hard. Gear 12 when he gets the bayonet. Oh my God, Snow Trooper is sick. He will burn people down. He hits so freaking hard, especially if you mod him correctly. But this is an offensive team. This is not a team you should be using on defense. I've seen people use it on defense, and I don't understand it because it's too. On defense, they do some stupid stuff with the AI, and it's too easy to get around and beat. So for offense, especially against like a Night Sister team, people do use Night Sisters in zones. This is the team that will go in there and wreak havoc on the Night Sisters. They also will wreck the hell out of a Rogue One on defense too. They can take out Phoenix, but you have to be very careful. Because they do get bonuses against things because they're rebels, but you can't AoE, which is one of the things that this does, and you'll get countered to death. If you're running Range Trooper, yeah, you'll be fine because you got all that protection and stuff coming back, but you have to be very careful, and I don't typically want to use this from Rogue One and Night Sister. So this is an offensive team, and it's right there for you. So get Stark and Snow Trooper to gear 11, and work on certain characters you want to have speed mods on, and Stark is one of them. You want him to go as quickly as possible so that he is buffing the team, and then you're off to the races. So that's your Imperial Trooper team, but that's an offensive team.
I think Stark is my fastest trooper.
Yeah, so if you can get him above 235, then you're good. I know, but this is kind of I'm giving you the baseline of what you need. To be effective, because Stark is where you're going to make your money with your team. Let's look at your Jedi. Yeah. So a team that's run on defense a lot is the Bastila team. Now you do have a 6-star Bastila, but you do need the Zeta on her. You have Hermit Yoda at 6 stars, gear 10. If you invest in Jedi, the Jedi you definitely want to invest overall. Grandmaster Yoda, you got him gear 11, fine. The Zeta on him is nice, but you don't need it. You can still be okay, but it does help. General Kenobi obviously is one of the best tanks in the game. Get him to gear 12 because he is used in multiple areas. Ezra Bridger, gear 11 plus. He is a great component on a Bastila team or a Revan team with Jedi. Old Ben Kenobi is a phenomenally good tank character on not just the Jedi, but for certain Rebel teams as well. Bastila is your main focus because Bastila with their Zeta really gets it going. Hermit Yoda, I mean, you need his Zeta. Same with Bastila. So those are future teams. Now, people use this team on defense and they use it on offense. But the thing now is, with Revan being in the game, it's changed some stuff up. So different people will use different lineups now because with Revan being in the game, it mixes matches. With Revan being in the game, Jolie becomes a major piece for Jedi. Another character future down the line you may consider is Kanan on the Bastila team because with Bastila, Kanan, Ezra, and say like the 2 Yodas, Kanan because you're tank and because of all the counter and stuff, really makes the team nasty. Barris Offee is always a great character you could farm because her and General Kenobi with the Zaris team was one that was really good with, say, like a Wampa, Rex, 5s where you can't get to their person and you just allow your Wampa to run around, but that team's kind of gone the way of the Dodo. It's still good, but don't worry about it. So those are some of the possibilities. So we got some work to do in your Jedi. There's some pieces here, but you don't really have anything set in stone solid that you could be running right now. So if you're going to invest in a team, maybe Jedi, essentially since you have a 6-star Bastila, get her to gear 11, get your Hermit Yoda gear 11, get your Grandmaster Yoda, he's already 11, so you're good there. Get Ezra, and get your 2 Kenobis done. And you can use your General Kenobi in another team and use Old Ben on this team. And it's a really good, solid defensive territory war team, and it's a great offensive territory war team that could take down trade teams and stuff like that. There's a reason why it is in the meta. Let's see here. Oh, Night Sisters. All right, Night Sisters look solid. You got the 2 Zetas on Assange. You got the 2-1 Mother Talzin. Daka, Talia, your Zombies 10. You can use Night Sisters on defense, and you can use them on offense. I mean, this is one of these teams that you can go either or with. So I've seen a lot of guilds run Night Sisters on defense. They're a pain in the ass. And they're really good on offense. They can take down a lot of teams. So they work in both ways. So it just depends on what your guild wants. But this is another team, and your team's ready to go that you can use on offense or defense. I mean, Night Sisters, I think we've spoken about them enough. But yeah, yours is done and ready to go. I'm not even going to look at Old Republic because I already know the answer. Let's see, Rebels. All right. So we've got. Let's see where your Chewie is. Where's your Chewbacca? All right, so he's 6-star. Gear. It's like gear 8. Yeah, it's gear 8. So get Chewbacca gear 11. The CLS Han Solo Chewbacca, and you want to have friends, his loyal friends, Zeta on Chewbacca. CLS Han, Chewbacca, Old Ben, and you can throw in R2 in there. That team is a trade, or I mean, that team is disgusting. There's no way about it. That team is nasty. It's especially nasty on offense. Defense, it only works if you have like some kind of like Enfys Nest in there that can go first and slow and so that they get a shot. Because the other teams that exist now on defense, there's a lot of teams that could take it out. The AI does some funky stuff with them, but with Chewbacca, with Loyal Friend, he puts guard on characters. Really a pain in the ass team to take out. But the combination of CLS Han and Chewie is really, really nasty. CLS lead, and then there. Now you've also got Biggs, Wedge. Well, Wedge is only gear 8, so eventually if you get your Wedge to gear 11,
with Trulia, you can discover a place you'll love to live. Get neighborhood.
Sorry, that was a truck outside. I didn't realize it was going to be that loud.
Wow.
Oh, I thought that was me.
That's crazy. It really didn't even sound that loud. But I'll try to mute myself next time I hear one. They're doing stupid. They're doing construction like right behind our house. We just bought this house in January, and we were told they weren't going to develop over there, like it was protected land, and all of a sudden they're just tearing it down. So that's what is going on, and that's what the noise is.
Well, we heard it.
Bullshit.
Oh my god. I lost my train of thought. But you can. The Biggs Wedge combo is a traitor killing team, but you need CLS and stuff with it. And really, what's replaced it is CLS Han Chewbacca with R2 Old Ben, something along those lines. That team is nasty on offense. This is a very offensive-minded team. Can take out a ton of crap. It just burns stuff down. Because it's fast, it hits hard. You've got Han Solo with his Zeta, and I'm sure he's gear 12, so I'm assuming he has the bayonet. You throw Chewie in there, and because of whenever they use the special, they're just doing all these assists, and they hit ridiculously hard, and that's why you can burn on a tray. It's like you go first, stun, and then you're getting triple quad hits on their characters, and you're just destroying them. That's what makes them so good. So this is a very offensive-minded team. You won't see this on defense, but you will see it on offense. Let's look at your Rogue One. Well, okay, so the reason I bring up Rogue One is because one of the combinations is that they use with the CLS team on offense, right, is instead of using R2 and Old Ben, is Chirrut and Baze. I use Chirrut and Baze with my Han, Luke, and Chewie. Why? Because the Rebels, they get all the bonuses, and Baze is an amazing take, and you have the combination of Chirrut on there. That team on offense really kicks ass. Rogue One as a team just doesn't do anything. I mean, it's nice in PvE environments, but it's got good pieces, and you can use them in different places. But the Rogue One team just as itself, fully geared, everything, just does not. It's too easy to beat on offense or defense. And offense, it can do some stuff, but it just doesn't hit hard enough. So
like that day 6 mission that's still looming.
Right, but for me, I will pull my Chirrut and Baze and use that on my CLS Chewie Han team. That way I can use my Old Ben in my Bastila team. I can use my R2 in my JTR team. So really get your Chirrut and Baze up, and you can throw those in with your Chewbacca, your Han, and your CLS, and that is a phenomenal team on offense. And then that way you can use your other pieces like your Old Ben and your R2 in other areas, which is really what you want to do. So let's work on getting your Chirrut and your Baze geared. They're 7 stars, so they just need the gear, and Chirrut's only level 64, so when you can, take him to 85. These are very, very good characters, and when you put them with those 3, then you're looking at some really amazing results on offense.
I just got him up to 7 stars.
Like Cassian, I'll use him on a Finn team, like a Finn resistance team. So Finn, because Cassian, what he does is his AoE does all those debuffs, and he can't expose and stuff. So he adds a lot of benefit to a Zeta Finn team with Poe in the gang, right? So he's a really good piece to add to there. Jyn is just Jyn. She's a great character for the Rogue One team, but her only benefit is that she can res, but unfortunately, really she only works in the Rogue One team. There's some other places she can, but she's kind of a mishmash piece there. K2SO, I mean, Rogue One, as I said, they've got great pieces, but as a general consensus, don't use them as an overall team together. You take them apart and use them in other areas. Scoundrels, do you have anything? I know we've had some people farming Scoundrels. Let's kind of look at where you're at, and I'm mainly looking at not your bounty hunters, but your other stuff. Okay, we don't have anything.
Like Kira and them?
Yeah, Kira on defense. That team is really good on defense. With young Han and all those guys, right? It's really good with on defense. You see a lot of Kira zones in there. Now, it can be countered. What do you use to counter Kira per you, Xylo, when we're doing territory wars?
Well, I think I don't think it's just about the counters per se. I think it's more about like how you can create the wall on defense. Like there's so many different variations between just Kira lead alone, right?
Well, yeah, but if you're going to use Kira, who would you use on defense with Kira then? Let's start with that then.
The prime team, on defense, Kira, Zalbar, Vandor, Chewbacca, Young Han, and then Mission for a little bit of offense too, and the synergy with Zalbar. Or you can also use like L3. You can use multiple tanks, and then Vandor, Chewbacca is rezzing, and then Young Han stacking on offense.
Right.
I mean, there's so many different variables. You can even use some of your leftover bounty hunters, like Cad Bane underneath Kira, for example. There's a lot of different, like that's why Ranger's looking at it too. For example, Danilo is like, you can use so many different of your leftover pieces from your bounty hunter team, and then whatever scoundrels you have left over to use for defense.
Yeah, and the reason is because they regenerate, again, health and protection, right? They're constantly bringing back. They sustain themselves. So teams like First Order, this kind of team, and some of the others, the reason they're used on defense is that they can stick there for a long time, especially if you mess up and give them turn meter. They'll be around for a while. Emphas Nest is a great character you probably want to take to Gear 11. she can be used on multiple teams. You can use it on her Sith team. You can use her anywhere, and she has a place because of what she does. Her AOE daze and removal turn meter. She hits. She can stun somebody. She can avoid taunt. She's one of those pieces on offense and defense, because I've seen her on defense too. I've seen her on Night Sister teams on defense, which was crazy because she makes the Night Sisters on defense a pain in the ass.
Yeah, that's what we do. We normally have a zone for that.
So
that's why I don't deploy my Night Sisters.
So, but I mean, she's a phenomenal offensive piece. If you farm nothing other than your bounty hunters, you want Chewbacca, but definitely Emphas Nest. Her 4 stars, gear 11, is a phenomenally good piece. So just because she's at 4 stars does not mean anything. She is phenomenally good. Now, she's easy to speed up. So if you put some decent speed sets on her, you can easily get her well above 270. It doesn't take much to get her speed because she's so fast. But she can really help you out tremendously on offense. I'll use her to take down... I've got a couple trade teams, killing teams. I'll use my own trade team with Emphas because it's like mine goes first and you die. So she's just one of those pieces that can work really great. I do see a lot of people with lower GPs use her on the defensive side, because if she does go first, if you get the speed up on her, she makes whatever team you're on it sucks to take on, because it's like, oh my god. And when she that health thing, the protection thing she has, where you're just hitting her, she's like, more protection. It's like, god damn. It's like, so she is a phenomenal piece. So if you're going to gear somebody, I recommend Emphas, and she is a phenomenal piece. But don't sneeze on the Kira team. You see a lot of them in territory wars on defense, and that's because of what they can do. Let's look at your Sith. My favorite, the Sith. So you've got the pieces here. So you got Scion 12 with the Zeta, Palpatine 12 with the Zeta, Nihilus 12 with the Zeta. How far away are you from old Traya?
I think I have 110 out of 145, I think.
Oh, you're close. So, okay. Well, before our Lord and Savior and this god-awful version of Revan they put in the game came out.
This is not our Lord and Savior. This is a false savior.
Yeah, this is a false idol that they have given us.
Before they released hashtag not Revan.
Hashtag not my Revan.
Right. The artist formerly known as Revan.
Hashtag revenue.
Traya
hashtag Finn approves of this Revan.
Ooh. Where's the
hashtag I blame Finn.
Finn, I will stab you, brother. Do not even play.
He came out of nowhere and was like, I
don't mind you trolling, but you can troll that. I will stick you like a pig.
So, Ranger, in April, we're gonna lynch Mob Finn for that, right?
If he hasn't died from his Twinkie fetish, I mean, if we've all made it through our training for this half marathon, oh my god, we'll get into that in a little bit. So you're just a little short. When you get Traya, that's going to change your world. So I would actually say save your Zetas and stuff for Traya. You're going to need both for Zetas. That's just going to open up the world to you. Now, you do have Palpatine, so you could go Palpatine, Nihilus, Darth, Scion. You could go Sith Trooper in that team. One of the things that when you get Traya is you can take your Palpatine away from the Sith, and you can use it on the Thrawn Magma Trooper team. And the Thrawn Magma Trooper team is a team that is a Traya killer. And what it is you need Magma Trooper, at least gear 11, but you use Thrawn as the leader with Magma Trooper. You throw in IPD, you throw in Emperor Palpatine, and you throw in Death Trooper. So you've got 5 characters, and basically you're manipulating the team and letting your Magma Trooper just go ham with his basic on Scion, and it just burns the team down. But it takes it takes a gear, at least minimum 11 Magma Trooper to do enough sustained damage on his basic, really. Gear 12 is where you want it at, but that's one of the teams that once you get Traya that you can start using. But you can use your Sith lineup with Emperor Palpatine, Scion, Nihilus, go Vader, Sith Trooper, whatever you want to use. It can be used on defense. It can be used on offense. Depends on which team you're facing. It does have counters. You have to be careful with it. Palpatine lead just it's too easily countered on defense now. So you see a lot of people not using it's just no longer really used. You do see a lot of people save it for offense now. And it makes sense because it's a very offensive-minded team. You're basically with not Scion and Trooper, you're protecting Nihilus. You're just allowing your Nihilus to do what he does and just annihilate the snot out of the team. Palpatine lead will allow you to do some cool things with that team as well, but it's very offensive-minded, and you have to be careful against the teams that you go with it. Now, once you get Traya, then you can change all that up and then go Triumphant, Sith Trooper, throw in Palpatine, and then your Traya's lead is what you're using on offense. The only team you cannot face is Revan. Sorry, Revan destroys Traya. It absolutely just manhandles Traya. So that's your Sith. And I think that is it. So that's a lot of your teams. That gives you some ideas of what you can use that you have currently, D, for offense and defense. And it gives you some ideas of what you can use in the future, like First Order, things of that nature, that you can work towards that you can use for territory wars. And that's based off your roster.
Yeah.
All right. So that was territory wars. Kind of lengthy, but we had to break all the teams down and stuff like that. I hope you took good, copious notes. There will be a test after everything is done. What else would you like us to look at, my friend?
Well, considering the territory wars and the teams you mentioned, a lot of teams, a lot of gear. I would love to know in which order I should gear teams and tunes.
Well, I gave you some ones already, right? Chewbacca, Emphas, Basila. So when I'm looking at your roster, some teams are done, right? Some teams need gear to finish. So if you're going to do something like, I would say Chewie and Basila are gear priorities because
start with the Ewoks. You already have Zetas on them.
Yeah, you can start with the Ewoks. Yeah, if you're going to get Ewoks, are a phenomenally good offensive team. So if you want to finish up your Ewoks 11, go for it. And then go get those pieces like Emphas, Basila, Chewie done. Remember, you're going to be unlocking Traya soon, so when you get her unlocked, have as much as her gear ready to go. You're going to need some droid collars, things of that nature. You're going to need 100 of those. That's the big ones that are a pain in the ass. That's going to be for you. Plus all the Corbantes and other things of that nature, right? But
would it be best if I just download gear and save the gear for Traya?
You're what, 110 out of how many? 150?
110 out of 145, I think.
145, so you're what are you averaging for shards per raid?
5 per raid, so 10 per week.
So you've got at least a month before you even sniff her. I think in a month's time, it's good to hoard gear. So I would say let's work on those other characters for now. When you get within about a week or two away, then you can start focusing on her gear. But I would say let's be proactive and get some of these other characters done. Yeah. Let's finish the Ewoks. That's a great offensive team for you in Territory Wars. Why not finish those to 11? And then when Traya pops closer, then you can start hoarding everything, especially the droid collars for her. And then that'll really help you out with another Territory War team and move some of your other pieces that you can use across the board. Then priority, I would definitely say, is get Basila Gear 11, get Emphas Gear 11, get Chewbacca Gear 11. Those three characters with their Zetas are going to make a huge improvement for you in Territory Wars. You can use your Basila team on defense. You can use Chewbacca. Let's work on our Chirrut Bays as well. Those are some characters for gear that you need to work on because you can throw that in with your CLS, Han, and Chewie and really kick ass. So make a list, folks, on it. So let's say Ewoks, and then just go down the list, and then a side note, put Traya somewhere. Like when I get like 20 shards away, I need to start focusing just gear on Traya because that's going to be the 2-week mark where you're going to need, okay, I need to save just Corbantes, this. And start investing. And I would save your Zetas for now until you're getting closer to Traya. So you want 2 Zetas in the bank, ready to go when you unlock her.
Yeah, the thing with the gear is that I have a list of about 20 characters or so. All of them need stun guns, and I get about a stun gun every other week. So this is my big hurdle to get some of them up.
But your priority is cut that list down in half. Again, Ewoks, Bastila, Chewie, Han. I'm sorry, Bastila, Chewie, Enfys, right? Throw in Chirrut and Baze. That's 9 characters right there that you need to focus on. The Ewoks because you're just about done with them, get them to gear 11, and then those other characters because they're pieces that will help you overall in territory wars and in raids and other things that you will need. So I would go ahead and do that. Those characters. Everything else is secondary. And Trey is number 1 on the list. So the rest of that list, forget about it for now. Don't even bother. Don't even look at it. Get those characters done. I'm telling you, you're going to see a huge improvement in not just territory wars, territory battles, and other things that's going to help your guild and yourself be better. And raids. I mean, if you can get these characters, squared away, eventually once you get them to 7-star, some of them, pretty nice in raids. They really are. I mean, it's phenomenally good. I didn't even look at your resistance, but I'm pretty sure we know your JTR is good. Let's just look at it real quick.
No, it's not good.
Well, let's look.
It is not. He can work on it. His BBA.
Oh yeah. We got to get Well, so let's add.
BBA still needs a Zeta on Roll with the Punches. So yeah. He has different factions he can work on. So it's just a matter of picking which faction you want to work on and then move forward. We say Ewoks in this case, and it's just because of your roster, because you already have the Zetas on it.
They're just about done too.
Once you have, you should really, in general, don't put Zetas on characters until they're ready. And they should at least be for free-to-play gear 10 minimum, but usually gear 11. And until they're at that point, you shouldn't put a Zeta on a character. Unless there's a very, very good reason why. One example, and it's no longer the case now for most people, but it still can be, there was a Zeta going a lot on regular Kylo Ren back in the day of Heroic AAT release, because all you needed was a Zeta in order to solo Phase 1, right? And his gear didn't matter. All you needed was a Zeta in order for him just to kind of keep on going, and then you reset, and then you keep on going back. And so that was one of those examples where a Zeta at a lower gear was okay. But in general now, with territory wars and all of that, no Zeta on any character below gear 10.
Yeah.
Gear 10 is kind of the borderline, and gear 11 is fun.
So let's throw in JTR, BB-8, and R2 into the mix. And you need the Zeta on BB-8. It does not. I mean, without the Zeta on BB-8, it doesn't. You're just hurting yourself. So priority Zeta is BB-8, and then the next two for Treya.
Okay, I'm on open right now. I could put it on BB-8.
Put it on BB-8. And you got to get BB-8. You got to get these R2, JTR, and BB-8. You got to get I would actually gear them, and then go finish your Ewoks, and then go finish those other characters. Those 3 characters alone, you'll get a lot of mileage out of R2, JTR, and BB-8. Your Scav Raise 11 good. Resistance Troopers good. You have a gear 11 Poe with a Zeta. That's great. However, it's about that team with Finn, Poe and them. It's about a fast Poe. So if Poe's gear 11 and you can get mods on him, he's got to be 260 speed, because he can kill a crew team, but he needs potency and he needs speed to make the Zeta Finn team really go, because the teams you're going to face, usually you use it against First Order, typically, right? But it's and it's a little bit RNG, but if people make the mistake that they think, well, I'll just go in there with that team, but you have to make sure that the reason Poe has to be so fast is you may see their crew say 212 speed. Well, you're forgetting they get 30 speed from his leader, right? So it's actually his speed is 242. And if you're posted like only 240, he ain't going first. They go first, you're dead. You are going to get annihilated. So, all right. So that's a little bit update to what you need to do. All right. So that's really an in-depth roster review for your territory war teams, things that you need to work on, characters you need to work on. Everything else is mute besides that. Continue your farms. I know you're probably farming the Old Republic characters. Fine. I understand why. I'm doing the same thing. But in your case, a lot of it's just gear. So, but we have the Zeta needs to go on BB-8, and then let's say the next 2 Zetas for Treya. And let's start working on getting some of these characters. Gear 11 is all you need right now.
Yeah.
Don't worry about Gear 12. Let's get these guys to 11, because 11 is where you can make your money.
Yeah, when I get BB-8 to 11, then it's already time for, that I get Treya.
There you go.
Because as I said, it takes me 2 weeks to get a stun gun.
Yeah, and they pop in. You can get them from the get. You can get them from the Shard store. There's a lot of places that stun guns pop in. So it is a little bit slower grind to get them, but they can be got. You just have to priority. I would priority because you get Carbantes out of the from different areas. What I usually focus on is stun cuffs, and stun guns, and from the stores, because you can't farm those other than through hard nose and stuff. So Carbantes, a different animal, right? But those stun guns and stun cuffs, droid collars, those are a lot harder to get your grubby paws on. So those I would make a priority for getting out of the stores when you see them, especially the stun guns and stun cuffs, because they're a pain in the ass. And you'll get stuff from the raids. It's random. You don't know what you'll get, but that helps. But Carbantes you can get from the Monday, Thursday, and Sunday. You'll get at least 20 to 25 depending on how you pull. So that's 75 a week roughly, not counting anything else you get. So Carbantes are kind of a little bit easier to get. They go by quick because you use them immediately. But let's focus on the stun guns and stun cuffs.
All right.
All right. Anything else you want us to look at, my homie?
It's
a lot.
No. I would say my arena team, but I gave up on that.
All right.
My arena is too competitive.
Well, they're always going to be competitive. That's
But you don't have to be.
Oh wow,
I like your style.
You did give up, huh?
Yeah, I understand why it's but I think once you get Treya, your world's going to flip, because you'll be able to get in the top 100 easy with the Treya team, right? Top 50 is going to be a little bit different, because then you're starting into people that have Revan, especially if you're an older shard. It's going to make it really difficult, but you can still improve vastly once you get your Treya unlocked. I mean, you're running the Palpatine team. It's fine. I'm sure that we could look at your mods and stuff, but it's a good team. There's nothing wrong with the team you're running. It's just it's an easy team to beat on defense now. There's just too many teams out there. CLS team with Chewbacca, the Jedi, the Bassa team beats it. It is what it is. Now when you get Treya, that'll change up drastically. So just hold the line for now. Do what you need to do, and then in about 3 to 4 weeks, when you get Treya, then we'll flip it up. We'll get your team modded correctly and get you squared away, and you'll see vast improvements on your PvP. And then don't stress.
Yeah, currently I'm clamoring on fleet, because I get every time in the top 20, maybe top 10. And I don't even have a 7-star capital.
Yeah, if you focus on it, you can do that. And if you're getting crystals from that source, then you're fine. So yeah, you're in a good spot. I mean, overall, you're doing the right things. You're in the right general areas. The Ewoks kind of threw us for a loop, but you've made the investment, and let's take advantage of that. But we've laid out the plan for you for what you need to focus on, giving you a breakdown of what these teams can and cannot do on offense and defense, right? So you have a good understanding of it, right? So
yeah,
just rock and roll from there. And if you have questions, you know where to find us, brother.
Yeah, I hope I was easy enough to understand, because English is my first language.
You speak it better than most of the people here. That's all I'm going to say.
Thank you.
Hey, that ain't be nice.
I didn't mean it to be nice. I meant it to be an insult. I mean, what the hell is wrong with you, Finn? I said it on purpose.
I resemble that remark.
Hello, customer support.
All right, are we ready for our game show?
Thank you.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And
are we
Dana,
ready for our game show? It's game show time. Yes, pork. Okay.
Oh, is it time to play the newest, fastest, most popular game in America, which is Guess That Ginger! Yay, the weekly show where we each have Stanley Red read us factual or unfactual things about certain people that are gingers, and we try to guess. There's a point value associated for each clue that he'll give, starting off at of the 3 clues. First one's worth 5, next one's worth 3, and the last one's worth 1. If you answer any of those during that point range, you get those points. So,
can I join?
Yes, of course you can join.
Nice.
Okay, and this is going to be on faux redhead characters this time.
Right, and
so
these are characters,
not actual redheads.
Okay.
Okay.
And Ranger, I got a video for you to play during this.
What? No,
go into Skype.
Wait, what?
Okay.
What?
You guys ready?
Ready.
I am. I think Ranger's still trying to find the video.
What video?
It's in Skype.
Oh, it's back. A couple messages I saw.
It's Stanley's post.
Yeah.
Oh, I blame Finn.
Well,
Yep.
we will not be playing that.
Come on. I only get to 4 million GP once and unlock trail once.
No, you can get 4 million GP multiple times.
Well, I guess you could.
You just demod and remod over and over again.
Only one puppy.
I broke 4 million again. I need another puppy.
Yeah, only.
Let's just watch Sam. Let's not play Guess That Ginger. Let's just play the video. Here we go. So this is YouTube. Let's see what we've got here. Let's see here. I'll probably get an ad, which is always lovely. So let's see here. It's loading. Okay. Let me turn the volume off because we don't want to hear Stanley. All right, there's Stanley unlocking Treya. Okay, let's activate her. Wonder Twin Powers activate. Form of a one-armed, three-wielding lightsaber person. Okay, okay, Treya. Okay, can I skip through this crap? Let's see here. He's gearing her. Let's see. Where do we get the 4 million GP?
Towards the end of the video.
Oh. Well, you just gearing her now and stuff.
Yeah, this is just something to play in the background.
Oh, okay. So we'll watch this while this goes on in the background. All right, so this is Stanley doing Stanley stuff. All right, let's play Guess That Ginger. Stanley, what's our first clue?
Okay, this character was inspired by Clarice Starling from Silence of the Lambs, and Jodie Foster went on to voice a talking tattoo on the show.
Say that one more time, please.
This character was inspired by Clarice Starling from Silence of the Lambs, and Jodie Foster went on to voice a talking tattoo on the show.
Is it the girl with the red dragon tattoo or whatever that's called?
No.
Okay. It had red
So
in it.
is it like the tattoo, the name of the person? Is that I'm confused now.
I have no idea.
Very well.
It's not Fantasy Island.
Next one. She was very skeptical of anything supernatural.
Is it Gillian Anderson? Gillian Anderson?
What's her character's name?
Agent Scully.
Agent Scully.
Yep. Who do I give that to, though?
I don't know who got it first.
Mike said
both the
Agent
high
Scully first, but
Yeah,
I said
that's
Gillian
Mike.
Anderson because I didn't know if it was the character or the actress that you were talking about.
He said characters.
Yeah,
when we first started.
I'd have to give that
not
to
actors.
Mike. Yeah, he did say that,
Yeah.
so I have to give that to Mike.
So we can give it to Mike. I'm fine.
Okay. Let's see. Played a femme fatale in a mobster movie.
Jessica Rabbit.
No.
He's not technically wrong.
Lucy? I don't know. Oh boy.
Okay, next.
Who's the woman that coined the bunny boiler one?
No, okay,
This character dyed her hair to look like Lorene Bacall because she wanted to be an actress.
Oh.
Oh man. Oh.
Oh, it's that flatmate
Scarlett
one or whatever,
Johansson.
isn't
I don't know the name. I know her husband. I think.
Okay.
It's the character, not the actor or actress.
Yeah.
Right.
Is it Sarah Ferguson?
No.
Oh.
Okay, last hint. Was dating a mob boss played by Sean Penn, but became interested in a cop played by Ryan Gosling.
Madonna.
Yeah, but what's her character's name?
Ivana Humpalot.
Lucille Ball.
What? I don't even know what to say about you guys anymore. This is.
Oh my gosh.
Good one, Stanley. I don't know. I don't know the character's name.
Me neither.
Ooh.
I haven't seen this TV show, so I don't know.
It's a movie.
God.
Sorry.
Well, you do live under a rock and go to sleep at 8 p.m., Finn.
Right,
hey, I've been
And all the
playing
good
Heroes of
movies
the
are
Storm
on.
until like 11 lately, so. Huh.
Okay.
Okay, we give up.
Yeah, I don't know.
Tapping out, Mike. What is
Yeah. It's Grace Faraday. It's Emma Stone in Gangster Squad.
Oh.
I've never seen that.
Emma Stone was in Gangster Squad?
Mm-hmm.
Wow. We're learning all kinds of interesting things today.
I did not.
Okay, next one. Madonna, Nicole Kidman, Jodie Foster, Cameron Diaz, Sharon Stone, and Gwyneth Paltrow were all considered for this role.
Poison Ivy.
No.
Oh.
Catwoman.
No.
Harley Quinn.
Black Widow.
Finn.
No.
The Scarlet Witch.
No.
Queen Elizabeth I.
No.
Tom Cruise's wife.
God damn it. No.
Okay, next hint. She was painted like a French girl.
Oh.
Betty Boo.
What? Oh my
She's
god.
not Ginger.
No, that's wrong. Now you can completely through my. I was almost there, and I'm completely.
It's damn it. What's her name? Hold on. What's her? Damn it.
Let me Google ginger film stars. There can't be many. Oh, actually, I'll change that. Successful ginger.
Was it Rose or something? Yeah, the name is Rose, right?
Yep.
Yeah. Rose. That's the name.
From
Rose
Titanic.
Dawson
Titanic.
Calvert. Yep.
Yeah.
There you go. Very nice.
I could remember
Okay.
the movie, not the person.
Okay, this next one, it could be one of two different people because two different actresses played this character.
Okay.
I blame Finn.
Is that the hint?
No, that's before the hint.
Oh. Okay.
Her character was originally called Marvel Girl in the comics.
Rogue. Is that right?
Jean Grey.
No.
It's Jean Grey.
Yep.
Oh, Jean Grey.
Then got it.
Yeah.
Wait, Marvel Girl was.
Yeah.
Rogue
That was back when she
Kill
wore
Marvel
the
Girl.
dark blue and orange outfit before she became Phoenix.
That's right.
Before Mr. Blue.
I'm thinking because Miss Marvel was, Rogue took her power. Okay, never mind. I got confused.
Rogue is also like a brunette with like a streak of white.
Well, in the comics, she's got the
she's a little bit more
reddish with the streak. I mean, I don't know.
Damn it, Finn.
Next question.
Okay. Wore a blonde wig but took it off to show red hair in the movie.
Mrs. Doubtfire.
What do you do?
Hello. Well, Daddy. Everybody.
I remember which movie.
Thank God.
So she had a blonde, took it off to reveal red hair.
Barbarella.
I don't know.
Is it Tangled?
Atomic Blonde, was it?
No. This character was an escort that you could say is a pretty woman.
Julia Roberts?
Julia Roberts.
No, but what's
What
her name?
What was her name in the movie? Oh my
I know.
God.
Damn you, sanely!
Pretty
What's her
woman.
name? I blame Finn.
I have no idea.
Who the hell remembers the name of the... God damn it! Oh my God. It's gonna come to me, but I don't... I'm gonna need the other clue, even though I can...
I think 73 got it.
Vivian Ward.
Yeah.
Vivian.
Yep.
Are you guys reading chat?
Oh,
You're not supposed to read
chat.
You're
cheating.
Admit to cheating on the stream.
I'm not answering questions. If I was answering, I would.
Oh
just
my
popped up.
God! I've got a wife and 2 daughters. Do you want to guess how many times I've seen that movie?
No, we're.
Oh gosh.
So did you look at chat to see the Vivian, Mike, or did you get it on your own?
I got it on my own. He kept bugging me about what Richard Gere shouted.
He did say,
and it was Vivian.
He did say the other clue for him, so I'll give it to Mikey.
Yoo-hoo!
Okay.
Dana, even though she's not playing.
If I.
See what happens when you go to the side of the pork, Dana? Betrayal follows.
I'm disappointed. We haven't had Ed Sheeran yet.
Okay, next one.
Ed Sheeran.
God. All right, next question.
Next one. She was a office manager at Sterling Cooper Advertising Agency.
Oh,
Prince
God
Harry.
Damn it.
Jessica Rabbit.
Who keeps saying Jessica Rabbit?
It's like the go-to now. Eventually,
I can't think of her name. The character name. I know
What was the question?
She was the office manager at Sterling Cooper Advertising Agency.
What was that character's name?
I don't even know what this is referencing, so I
hope it's not Madman.
Is it my dad? He's a ginker.
Yeah, I don't even know what Sterling Cooper, whatever the brother is. So, I'm lost.
Next clue, please.
Next one.
She rose above a bunch of madmen.
I know. I cannot think of her character
I have Mad Men, so
that's why I didn't say anything. I know it's Mad. I cannot think of her name.
Jessica Rabbit.
No, God damn it, Finn.
I said that already.
Yeah, shut up,
Maybe
Finn.
it's the second time.
Jessica Rabbit's twin sister.
I know who she is.
Is it the Spanish version? Hester Rabbit?
Jane, I think it is, right? Jane
Seymour.
I don't know the last name.
Jane Seymour, okay. No!
Sylvia.
I was tying it in with Finn. He's medicine woman, isn't he? Jane
Seymour.
No? Next question that no one's probably going to get at this point.
I can't think of the character's name. I'm looking right at her in my mind, and I can't, as soon as you said the first clue, I knew.
Unless it's a hint towards the name, I don't know if we're going to get this one.
No, I
but
don't think
next
so.
clue.
Well, I didn't have a third one because I thought you guys would have this one.
Well, you thought wrong, you Montebank.
Neither of us looks.
You know what we need now? We need a hint towards the name in order for them to get it. I won't get it anyway.
Okay, fine. I'll give a hint. The first name starts with a J. Last name starts with an H.
An H.
Jane Holloway.
Oh, Joan Holloway.
John Hamm.
Yep.
Yeah.
I knew it started with a J.
I couldn't think of her name. I had her. As soon as you said that first clue, I saw her immediately. I was like, shit. And I couldn't think of the character name.
You said the name is John.
No.
Joan Holloway.
Oh, Joan Holloway.
You dildo, Finn. Shut up.
I don't know who it is. I told you I don't watch
John. How many women do you know that are named John, Finn? Is there something we should know about you?
Johnette.
Johnette.
If you haven't seen Made Men,
Finn,
you do watch it.
Yeah,
It's a
you
really good series.
You were on a timeout, Finn. Jesus, that is the worst you've ever been.
John Wayne was Beverly.
That's right, Pilgrim.
Yeah, he was. He was Chris and Beverly.
That
So,
you,
and that's a John. There you go.
Is that you, Joan Wayne?
Get off your horse and drink all milk.
Jessica Habit.
Jesus.
All right. How many more we got, Sanley? Or is that the last one?
That's it. Finn won with 8 points, Mike with 6, and Grim with 1.
Very nice.
Yay! I got 1 point.
You know, it's different. Like the actors and stuff I know, but when it comes to characters, I was like,
yeah, you forget the character name.
No idea.
Beverly Crusher.
All right. Sanley, do you have Nightbot open or no?
I got all the questions already.
Oh, snap.
So let's try to run through some of these maybe in like the next 10 minutes or so because we're already well over time.
Oh, it's Friday. Shut up, Finn.
That's fine.
But it's still
Finn.
It's people's lunch hour and stuff, and people have to get ready for work.
Finn's feeling antisocial because he lost.
Yeah.
I want to play Heroes of the Storm. So let's get
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Eric Estrella, question: what is the best lineup under a Tarkin ship and best reinforcement overall?
Yeah, Geos and your first reinforcement.
Geos or bounty hunters. One of those two work really well.
Gauntlet, Starfighter, ITF.
And I like Vader as the first reinforcement for that one. Because
Gauntlet, would you say Gauntlet and Imperial tie with Houndstooth? And then like
you can do that.
Coming off the bench, stuff like that. Yeah.
Well, the more common one is using TIE Advanced and Biggs.
Mm-hmm.
And then regular TIE
you have to have the reinforcement abilities, none of those.
Yeah. You have a few different options there, but yeah, those are pretty much it.
Yeah, pretty much. Pretty
Helenix, question for Dana. When are we getting some dye and sparkles in Finn's hair? Word is that a VAP made this request a while ago, but I don't see Finn's hair changing. Shall I go back to blaming Finn?
See?
Yes, always blame Finn. And I don't know what he's doing about that.
I told you, I don't dye my hair, but I'm willing to wear a wig to that effect.
Yes. Yeah.
So I may do that when we do the charity run. You know what? So we're setting up the Tiltify stuff. Well, we're setting up the Tiltify in order to do the fundraising. Maybe I'll put that up there, that I will wear a wig when we go out to like dinner or something with whoever's there that's coming down for RSG. I will wear the wig to dinner if there's a hair wig with sparkles and whatever.
Yeah.
Could you imagine Finn dyeing his hair like blonde or like frost white or something like that?
Oh my gosh.
Please make it a 6-foot beehive.
Hold on. Just say that. I'm gonna put a picture in Skype for you, Xylo. But we can go on to the next question. I'll put a picture in for.
Nathan K. Question for Arena. How should I mod Zeta Jolie with Revan lead speed and tenacity sets? Should I go all in on tenacity or for the crit immunity?
It's going to be under a Bastille lead or a Revan lead, isn't he? So you're not going to need it as much. Personally, I went health just because of his healing.
Makes sense. Hey, Finn, I found someone who wants to say something to you.
Okay.
Oh, that's so awesome, Finn. That's so awesome.
He needs to dye his hair silver with sparkles and glitter and little rhinestones. And he needs to dress up his port, and he needs to put a little bow and glitter on his pork hat, and he needs to dress up his AK with sparkles.
Not fair.
I mean, how can you disappoint such an adorable little girl?
Ranger just has that at the ready now. You know that, right?
Oh, that's awesome.
He just keeps it at the ready.
Sure, let's play it again.
What would you like Finity to do?
He needs to dye his hair silver with sparkles and glitter and little rhinestones. And he needs to dress up his port, and he needs to put a little bow and glitter on his pork hat, and he needs to dress up his AK with sparkles.
I rest my case, members of the jury.
I will put that on the Tiltify as a challenge. Remind me, Sanely, I know you're not going to forget, but remind me to put that as a challenge.
Rhinestones.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we're going to have to put glitter and rhinestones in a wig with silver hair, and when we go out to dinner or whatever, I will wear it. I will wear it. Okay,
I need a bow on your pork hat.
Well, they have the ACS thing that they're doing on Friday night, right? I will wear it to that ACS thing, and they'll all be very confused as to why I do it. But I will wear that. I need to somehow get one prepared, though, so that's going to be another thing. But I will put that as a challenge, and we'll figure it out.
Awesome.
And I will put all the details that you put in there with the glitter and the rhinestones and the pork hat. I'll need to get another pork hat that I'll have to put a bow on. And so, yeah. I won't dye my hair, Hideous. I already said that. I'll wear the wig, but I won't dye my hair.
Yeah, that's acceptable. She said it was acceptable.
Okay.
Yeah.
Should just get a green screen.
Right. Yeah, I don't. Danilo asked, "Does Finity already have an AK?" I had to explain to her that Finity doesn't have AKs.
I don't even know what a buttstock is. Her kid laughed at me for the buttstock because she apparently knows what a buttstock is and I don't. So that's where we stand here in the hierarchy of knowledge. Let's get to the next question.
Eric Estrella, question for Ranger and Xylo. What team comps do you guys use in each phase of heroic Sith triumvirate raid to post your damage?
JTR phase 1. I think that's pretty obvious. Phase 2, I'll go Sith. I'll throw in First Order in there sometimes if permitted, because it just blows by so fast. I can attest to that. Like, if you're not on it, you will be like left in the dust. Phase 3, I use Chex Mix with Chewie. And then phase 4 is Night Sisters. I'm sure Xylo's using Revan, butthole.
Yeah, I mean, like, everything's exactly the same for me. And then, like, phase 2, I run, if I have the time, because MC runs through most of the raid in, like, an hour, I'd say now.
You're doing a few minutes. Are you kidding me? God, it's ridiculous. I got into the other day, and I know it's like, God, dang.
And, I mean, like, you got members posting over 20 million, too, as well. So, I mean, I just try and squeeze a few teams in a piece too, and what I have left when I can, really. And Night Sisters are my big caveat.
Yeah, you get.
Wampus team was really good, but Revan's kind of been taking over that. So
yeah, I'm lazy. Well, I could use the Wampa team, but I'm just being lazy.
So, what phase would you use Voltron in, Ranger?
Oh. Well, I'll use him in any phase. Like phase 6 through 12 would work really well because he's just so damn good. He's like, hey, Voltron, go in there and form Blazing Sword. Hey, 20 million damage, I'll win.
He'd solo it, that's why he's banned.
The other thing, too, that I use Visas in phase 1, and she doesn't have the Zeta, but she's gear 11, so I can do the easy 3-mil with them, and it makes the team more survivable, a lot less RNG on that, too. So
I think last time I used Voltron, I had 11 billion damage.
Full heroic solo.
I did all three raids and a territory battle. It was phenomenal.
And he killed a whole platoon.
John Davies, question: in a JTR team, who can I use instead of Resistance Trooper in the Sith raid? We can either go Visas Mar or Hermit Yoda. Those are the top two best ones.
Yeah,
I'd say.
Absolutely.
What's the fifth? Did he give like kind of the other squad? I'm assuming it's Scavenger Ray is the 5th. But yeah, if it's Scavenger Ray is your 5th, because you need at least one damage dealer. Yeah, so I'm assuming he's not replacing Resistance Trooper, but already considering like Hermit Yoda or Visas on the team. So yeah, I agree with Sanely. Visas would probably be the best, and then Hermit Yoda.
And just load Visas up with not much speed at all, but plenty of damage.
Mm-hmm.
Helenix, question for Ranger. Please don't ever call Jedi Knight Revan our Lord and Savior again. Many Bothans died listening to this information.
I did clarify what I was saying. We did go in, right after that. He was not our Lord and Savior. So,
do you want to call him your Porgan dinner? He's Jedi Knight Revan, your Porgan dinner.
No,
Finn.
I call him the imposter.
Yeah, he who shall not be named.
He is a character that was invented specifically just for this game.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you could kind of make a good commercial out of that.
You could.
Dissatisfaction, disappointment, sadness. Jedi Knight Revan.
Do you reckon it's Jar Jar?
Cologne for men.
Hermit Fulgrim, question: do y'all think the Jedi Luke event will be bigger than the Commander Luke event?
Yes.
I.e., needing more than 5 tunes, maybe someone like Lando and Lobot.
Lobot.
Also, Ewoks or Jawas for C-3PO. Thanks.
I'd say no, because they can't make any money off of characters that people have already farmed up to max. So they can't panic farm with Lando or some of the older tunes. So they'd have to release completely new ones a week before the event.
God. The new
Tell
character.
me I'm not wrong.
Well, the new character is probably going to end up being Chewie, that people are going to need.
Yeah.
So I think what they're going to do is you're going to have some of the old characters. So it wouldn't be surprising if you
Black
need like
Jacket
Rolo, Hermit Yoda, Captain Han Solo. You'd need Commander Luke Skywalker, and then Chewbacca. And then Chewbacca would be the one they would probably make money off of, and potentially you would need Wampa as well. So if you haven't gotten the characters from the Guild event store, it might require 6 characters. I've been saying that for a while with the one dark side where you play Wampa in order to capture the Luke or whatever. So if you haven't worked on your Guild event characters, I would say to get it.
And I'd say it's probably Ewoks rather than Jawas to get C-3PO if he ever comes to the game.
Sure.
I would have agreed until they changed that mod stuff. I don't see where else you can create a purpose for Jawas. If they do Ewoks, right, we know people have Ewoks because of Wicket, and so they would have to create that high gear level like they did with Chewie. And I think they would probably avoid that and instead go with the faction that people don't have a lot of and then go with the Jawas. I would have been with you before they changed
did
the mod
just
title,
recently
mod
get rid of one of the nodes for Ewok Elder, so it makes sense.
Or they'll release more Ewoks.
They could. I would be a fan of that, but...
Or more Tuskens.
We need more Tuskens.
If
4 more Ugnaughts.
That'd be awesome.
We need 3 Ugnaughts and a Hondo lead. That's what we need. Next question.
Matthew Mack, question. In general, is a CLS or a Bastila team better for Arena?
CLS is better right now. Bastila is good too, but again, CLS with Chewie. CLS without Chewie is worse than Bastila. CLS with Chewie is a little bit more versatile than Bastila. But it's close. They're not too far separated.
Here comes the Popo for Mike.
They're coming to take away Mike.
No, they're chasing down that ice cream truck because it turns out that it really wasn't ice cream. Just the guy getting children into his van.
Oh, Finn.
Next question.
Or it's like the
ice cream
Finn.
Chong. Oh my God. Jesus.
Have you watched Titty Titty Bang Bang lately? Recently.
What?
You were on a timeout, buddy. God.
Verga Grande. Question, I made the jump and got into a heroic Sith Triumvirate raid. Does Visas or Hoda in the JTR team help it get better damage? I get 15th with 8 million and need 10 million plus for the top 10. I'm also gearing zombie. So Hermit Yoda doesn't really help with damage because he obviously can't do damage. I mean, he'll increase the damage output of your other characters, but not as much as Visas. Hermit Yoda is just there to keep the team alive and make it less RNG dependent.
That's science.
What he said.
Science.
Pork.
David Bond, question, is it possible that we get another increment of Luke before the Return of the Jedi version of him?
No.
No, it'll probably come at the same time. Just get new Luke with CLS again, and that's it. There's not going to be anything in between.
Oh, there'll be new Luke's Millennium Falcon.
Well, there also is going to be like an old Luke at some point. We're going to get Old Man Luke from Episode 9 and Episode like 7, 8, 9 at some point. But yeah, they're going to go Jedi Black Suit Luke first.
Nah, we're going to get Luke with Yoda on the back.
God.
Or Darth Vader Luke.
So we can have three Lukes and 3 Yodas on the same team? Oh my god.
And don't forget 40th anniversary Luke.
Oh no, that's going to be a Han.
And then we'll get all the ghost versions, won't we?
Ooh, Force Ghosts.
Next question.
Ski Trooper, question. Pork.
Ski Trooper, you're on a timeout.
Pork.
Pork.
Damn it.
Yeah.
Barbecue sauce.
Mr. Penny Pinch, question for Ranger. Where the hell is the non-pork filter for the stream?
You know...
Pork.
I mean, if I really wanted to be a douche, I could start muting and disconnecting people, but... No, I believe in free speech, even though it's retarded.
What, free speech is retarded or porks?
Well, no, you can have all the free speech you want. Doesn't mean it's coherent or intelligent.
That is true. Next question.
That's all the questions.
Thank God.
I said next question.
I don't have any other questions.
That's right.
Pork.
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 Are you guys quite done being brain damaged?
No, brain damage is not a temporary thing. That's science.
Well, there you go. You can close this out, Porg lover.
All right.
I'm going back. I'm checking the news, and I'm drinking some more coffee.
Pork.
So,
some good coffee.
Jesus. So, thank you all for watching. We hope you guys had fun going into your Friday. And this was our lunch hour where we just kind of have fun for an hour, maybe a little bit more. Like today ran a little long. But we hope you guys had fun. That's all we try to do here, whether Ranger is upset or not, and drinking his coffee and watching the news and while we so we hope you guys had some fun today, and we will be back on Monday with our lunch stream. But don't forget, Saturday morning at 10 a.m. Eastern, we will have Jedi Academy, where we will do a question and answer for 2 hours with a lot of great YouTubers from around the community, like Jedi Master Adastra, T-Money, and good old Maurice from Operation Metaverse, Warrior, and a bunch of other people. So hopefully you guys will be able to join us for that. Come with your questions. It goes for about 2 hours, again, from 10 a.m. Eastern to noon. Just bring your questions and just have a good time. We go through all your questions, as many as we can, actually, during the 2 hours, and we just kind of go through all of that. Make sure that you hop onto our Discord. The link is in the description, so you guys can kind of follow along with stuff. If you guys have any questions outside of kind of our lunch streams or the Jedi Academy, There's a great community of people that are able to answer your questions, so you guys can head on there. We're starting to do a lot of other games as well besides Galaxy of Heroes. I mentioned that I have a new addiction to Heroes of the Storm, so that has kind of been taking over my life lately. So if you guys play Heroes of the Storm and you want to play, let me know. Just come on the Discord. There is a channel for Heroes of the Storm now, and just message me. I'll add you on Battle.net, and we can play and all that kind of fun stuff. We play a lot of other games too, Battlefront 2, Borderlands. Trying to set up a nightly Evil Apple game, and if you don't know what that is, it's basically Card Against the Humanity, but on your phone. And so we're starting to do a lot more and just have fun with all of you guys in the community. So make sure that you do come on our Discord and just have fun chatting with the people. Please give us a thumbs up if you kind of like what we did, and please do not give me a thumbs down if you did not like the porgs. But if you like the porgs, give me a thumbs up, and make sure that you hit the subscribe and the bell so you get notifications when we live stream, because we do live stream a lot, whether it's these live streams or whether it's some of the other games. So when we live stream, you guys will do that. Fimok, I do play Clash of Clans, but it's not something we necessarily stream. But there is a clan, and if you want to join, you are more than welcome to. It's a pretty casual clan. We just have fun. Dana is a part of it, right? We're pretty kind of just a laid back clan.
Yep. Definitely, because I've been so busy with all of the moving and stuff with my new alliance, and I haven't logged in, and you guys haven't kicked me out yet. But it's very laid back.
As long as you set your status to not in war, like, it makes it easier. So you guys can, if you guys do play Clash of Clans, let me know and we can go ahead and add you there. And yeah, we play a bunch of different games, and we're starting to add some more as well. So hop on the RSG Discord, let us know. And if you want a roster review like we did for Danilo, please PM me, Finity, with your GG page. And please make sure that I do message you back that you are in the queue. If I do not respond back, then I may have missed your PM. And so you just need to message me again and just make sure that I respond to you. So I think that covers it. We do have the ACS campaign going on, which the Nightbot is linking in the chat for you guys. I need to start adding that link now to the description of the lunch stream. We'll start adding that next week. One of the reasons it hasn't been added yet is because we are going to start a Tiltify campaign, which is the way that we did it last time, where we'll be able to put up a bunch of rewards, and we'll be able to put up challenges like we mentioned earlier with me wearing a wig with rhinestones and stuff to the ACS meeting, which is I will do it if we hit the mark. But yeah, so we're developing the Tiltify campaign, and we're planning our big stream on December 15th. And we'll set up that event here well early like we did last time, so you guys can bookmark it and you can join us. It'll be kind of another mega stream, and so you guys will be able to help us with that. And if you want to donate now before the Tiltify, the link is in the Nightbot, and I'll add it to the description of this video as well afterwards. And if you guys have any questions about anything, just feel free to message us on Discord. Was there anything else, Ranger? I think that covered everything. I think that covers everything. All right. So, for myself, the upset man himself, Ranger, we got Dana, Grim, Xylo, Sanely Red, Mike, and Sir Loki, and Danilo. Thank you all very much for joining us today, and we will see you next time.
Bye.
Fuck.